What improved your life so much, you wished you did sooner? I stopped living my life just waiting for the weekend. When you work 5 days a week and have just 2 off, it's not good to be always waiting for those 2 days. You can plan something meaningful or fun every day, even if it's just a small thing. This is actually a life hack. Trust me. Life is a marathon, not a sprint, and you must find a way to enjoy every day. At the end of the day, you should say it was a great day or day well spent.
Not everyone can afford this, but, moving closer to work, my commute went from 45 miserable minutes in traffic glaring in hatred at the tail lights in front of me to a pleasant 15-minute bike ride. I got an hour of free time every day and better health. Pandemic did me a solid on this one. Lost my job of 20 years due to it. 2 hours of commuting every day, which had just risen to 3 hours, took a year off, then found a perfect job round the corner from my house. 4-minute walk, absolute game changer. Took a 20% pay cut, but we sold my commuting car, and with the price of fuel what it is, we're actually considerably better off. The 3 hours saved commuting means extra time with my wife and kids. I'm very happy. Pandemic did me a solid on this one. Lost my job of 20 years due to it. 2 hours of commuting every day, which had just risen to 3 hours, took a year off, then found a perfect job round the corner from my house. 4-minute walk, absolute game changer. Took a 20% pay cut, but we sold my commuting car, and with the price of fuel what it is, we're actually considerably better off. The 3 hours saved commuting means extra time with my wife and kids. I'm very happy. Low impact cardio, fuck, I love to run, but it destroyed my legs. I can swim, man, swimming my little heart out, smiley face. When I was told that I would lose my eyesight, it made me pay more attention to how beautiful the sky was. I can still see, and I enjoy watching the clouds on a level I can't even explain. Edit. Thanks to everyone for the love, you all have made me very happy, same here. Last week I was diagnosed with a benign tumor behind my eye that is compressing my optic nerve. Currently receiving treatment and awaiting surgery. I began to try to memorize every part of my children's faces and looked back over every camping trip where we woke up to beautiful sunrises and views. I started flower gardening. Really relaxing. You will see results all summer, lots of successes and failures, but failures bring improvements. And I listen to Audible books while I'm at it sometimes. Especially great if you have a desk job. Edit. It's so nice to know so many are enjoying gardening. I had no idea it would be a Reddit thing. Daily exercise. It doubled my energy for an hour out of my day, and that's just the benefit you get now. You have no idea the dividends you'll collect on that as you age. The key to aging gracefully is in staying active. I have worked with seniors for years in the capacity of wellness/exercise, and you can absolutely pick the ones who are and have been consistently active out of the crowd. Not just in exercise form but in all facets, absolutely. A few years ago I had a client in their mid-70s who basically never exercised, and they were pretty much confined to a wheelchair and had a diminished quality of life. This past year I worked with a couple who were both 81 years old and made a commitment to staying active most days of the week, doing resistance training, mobility work and balance exercise for many, many years. They still were going on hiking trips and cross-country skiing adventures while I was working with them. In conclusion, as a past martial arts instructor told us, the best way to stay in shape is to never get out of shape. Bachelor degree at 47 years old. Master degree at 50 years old, doubled my salary in 4 years, from just getting by to on track for retiring at 60. Quitting drinking is the best thing I've ever done for my mental and physical health, and it's done nothing but improve my relationships. The last year and a half have been the best I've ever had. Moved away from the state I grew up in. I didn't know how unhappy I was. I had gotten used to being miserable, and now that I'm in a better area I'm a completely different person. That I did this but moved halfway around the world. It's amazing how much background stress is gone when I finally accepted that I was just not meant to be where I was. I miss my family, but we stay in regular contact and I have a lovely found family here. Sometimes just up and getting out of a place that isn't for you is the best course of action, same for me. You always hear people telling you that it's you and not where you live, that you'll be unhappy anywhere if you're unhappy there. Nah, sometimes it is the place you live. It's so important to be able to do this, and while most people realize the benefits for yourself, it's so much nicer to have a partner you know will say no, and set boundaries. An ex of mine was really worried about messing things up and would rarely say no, or set boundaries even though I was constantly pushing her to set them, and I had to be really slow and pay attention to her as she tried to hide any discomfort so I would know. It stemmed from her past and how she was taught to act growing up. But we were able to work on it and she was much better later on. While it's always important to watch out for your partner's reactions to make sure they're comfortable anyways, having someone who tells you when and when they don't feel comfortable makes a world of difference. All is to say, don't think it's selfish to say no and set boundaries. It's much better for everyone, especially yourself. Have a good day, smiley face. This is great advice. For me, a triple 30 worked wonders. Every day spend 30 minutes cleaning/chores, 30 minutes exercise, and 30 minutes of self-improvement, which could be anything, e.g. practicing guitar. Get home from work, knock off the triple 30 in 1.5 hours, and oh man, the sloth after that feels so good and so earned. And what's 1.5 hours? Nothing. Highly recommend it. Edit. Not only does it annihilate your housework, its biggest effect on me was kicking the ass of my depression and anxiety. It's not gone, but so much more manageable. My social skills. Looking back, I could have made some awesome new friends. But nope, my anxiety-driven ass had to be difficult back then. Honestly, life can influence this. I'm nearing the end of an ultra-stressful period of my life and TBH, I haven't made many friends from it. It's because I've been so stressed that I've shut myself off. Only as things are coming to an end have I felt the veil lift, and my ordinary personality return. Ensure you're comfortable and relaxed. Perhaps smoked 45 years, 3 weeks and 1 day. Haven't had one since March. Congratulations. You're amazing. I smoked 43 years, and have been smoke-free for 71 days. Congrats to you both. Yes. It feels so wrong at first. People get so angry when you quit being a doormat. I've gotten really into audiobooks. I got rid of satellite radio because it's basically all I listen to in the car anymore. Makes chores go by much easier too, mowing the lawn. Pop in the earbuds, shoveling the snow. Earbuds, laundry. Dishes. Earbuds, just having a drink by the fire in the evening. Earbuds, I get really into big, epic, multi-book series, and it's just such a richer escape than you get watching TV. Eating dinner or a late snack at work. Too often I would leave work hungry, and the temptation driving past Chick-fil-A or the corner taco shop was too much. I've kept my weight under control for a couple of years now, having dropped from the 220s to the 170s that I remember when I lost 10 pounds because my window motor broke in my car, and I couldn't go through the drive-thru anymore. A good quote goes something along the lines of, to be good at something you have to be brave enough to suck at it for a while. Not sure if that's something someone famous says, but it's what I tell young people. Even old people. Stopped arguing with random strangers on internet. Sometimes I'll type out a comment for the catharsis and then just delete it and go on my way. Oh God, I do that all the time. Write out this well thought out reply back with evidence and whatever, then go, this idiot isn't even going to read half of this, and delete it and go on my day. Or they'll reply with, so what you're saying is, and answer you as if you'd said something completely different that happened entirely in their head. Now, I've got to disagree with you there, whoever you are. I started viewing things as potential experiences rather than just opportunities for achievement. Before that, for example, if I took a class, then I was only focused on the grade. If I couldn't get a good grade, I didn't like the class. Heck, I wouldn't even start a book if I thought it might be too hard or too long and I might not finish it. Then I realized the purpose of classes, and books and other things, was to learn, and that hard ones were likely the ones I learned the most from. Even if I didn't get the best grade, I started doing all sorts of stuff with the idea that I just wanted the experience. Even if I was the worst one out there, who cares? I wasn't there for the achievement, I wanted to learn things. This works socially as well, and I started taking way more risks, telling myself that, at the very least, it would be a learning experience. I saw a saying once, it's only a failure if you stop trying, otherwise, it's an experiment. I love it.